Yo guys, what is going on? Pokemon Fetish here today with a big old fat nice stack of PSA returns. Good old fashioned Pokemon cards. First off, we got Mr. 619 the Game cards here. There should be 3 of them. They're just regrades. This one actually went down from a 7 to a 6. Just a ton of scratches in there. You see all those? Like, I could assume that this thing should have gotten, maybe an 8, maybe, just because the back of it is just pretty much immaculate for the most part. But unfortunately, Shadowless cards have some destruction going through them in terms of lines. You can see there through this one near mint 7. Got those, got quite a few print lines going through it, but the back of this card is pretty darn good too. I would have said that that card deserved an 8. But that's what PSA deems it, I guess. Here we got a 10 of the Pikachu Vulpix. That's one of his as well. We got a mint 9 on the Suicune EX. It's from Mr. Water Emperor. And then we got a couple more other regrades as well. It's from my buddy Pokinar. These cards were originally 9s. I don't know how the heck they got downgraded to 8s. No damage had occurred to them within the time of me cracking them and resending them. This Blissey was actually a really good looking candidate for like a possible 10 as well. There's a couple like really faint, like that's a really faint line. It doesn't show up that strong on the card, but nonetheless had some scratches. This one's got some scratches up at the top too, and they're all like so close together. I can't even get it on film. Anyways, moving along here. So we got a Raichu, mint 9. I was expecting a 10 on this, and to my surprise, I sure as heck don't recall seeing this fat nick here on the side of the card when I sent it in. So I don't know if... I never really try to blame PSA for damaging things, but I do feel like that could have been the possibility on that one. Too hard to say, though, to be honest. So got a mint 9 Raichu Shadowless. A lot of these cards here that I'll be showing are going to be for sale as well. Eventually on my eBay or privately, Instagram, whatever. I got a near mint to mint 8 Mysterious Fossil Reverse Holo. Dark Dragonite. As I said, like, there's quite a few cards with like print lines. You can see all those print lines going through it. Legendary Collection is just a monster. So just a beast in the shell of trying to get 10s on for the holos. Got a mint 9 on the Ditto. Looks like they did not deem the centering quite worthy enough for a 10 because the rest of this card was just flawless. Moving on to the Pidgeot. This one was nearly a 10 contender, but it did have a couple scratches going through the side of it, going up and down, unfortunately. Other than that, this thing was just a pretty good looking card in general. Got an 8.5 near mint to mint plus on the Ninetales. Look at that beauty right there. So we got a mint 9 Shadowless Mewtwo. Now, I could have sworn that this is the one other card that looked better when I sent it in. Of course, it looks much better on camera, but when I was looking at it, there's like a couple nicks over here, and just here and there. Kind of sucks, because this is one of the ones that had the better centering on it, too. So, most of them graded 9s, I would say due to centering issues. But I'm still not really complaining. I think I did a great job with the PSA this round. We got 9 on that Charizard. Of course, that's unlimited. Got another unlimited 9 Charizard. And one of these should have gotten a 10 if it weren't for the freaking scratches they got on the front of the card. That sucked. There's just a big line going through it up and down. I got a near mint to mint 8 on the Venusaur. Got a mint 9 Mr. Bill. Got a gorgeous Dark Blastoise. The only thing that docked this card, I believe, was the centering, unfortunately. As you can see there, it's quite a bit off left to right. I think that this is the one. I have one of them that I feel is regradable. I mean, this card looks fantastic on the back. Got a Mint 9 Erica's Fable. Mint 9 Dark Blastoise from Legendary Collection. Very nice. Mr. Mime got the Mint 9, unfortunately. I was really hoping to get a 10, but as you can see here, there's a couple like small print lines right here in the card. Other than that, the card looked pretty darn good. So, very sad about that one. Got the Execute Mint 9. As you can see here, there's hollow over the energies right there, and then it's normal down here and up top. So, kind of an interesting little error card, I guess. Nothing too special. We got the Jolteon Mint 9 from Legendary Collection. And then we got a very awesome card right here. These cards are very difficult to grade, as you can see here. I mean, I got the Near Mint 7, which was what I was expecting. I was hoping for an 8, but it just wasn't a good enough day for Mr. Pre-Release Fable, was it? There was some scuffs on the back, some edge wear, and these things have like a lot of print lines going through them. So, I mean, as you can see right there, just lots of print lines. So that was why that card graded a 7. So, moving on, we got some really cool 10s. Here we got a Pop 1 Drowsy reverse foil 10. I know a couple people that are going to be wanting this one, but whoever's going to have the highest offer is going to wind up getting that puppy. I mean, I need to make my moolah back on all these Jungle and Fossil cards I've bought in 10 as of late, destroying my wallet. I graded a Victory Bell, which is freaking awesome. I already have one of these, so that'll end up being for sale as well. Then, not just one Scyther. Oh wait, that was a Crobat back there. What happened to the other Scyther? Anyway, well, I guess there you go. Got a Scyther 10 and a Crobat 10. Both awesome cards there for sure. Then look at this beast right here. Oh yeah. Got a PSA 10 base set Zard. Good old Charizard. That big old swirl up there. This bad boy is going to be for sale. I know one of y'all is going to want that for that swirl. You guys are crazy about them swirlies, the cards. So we got the Dark Rocket Charizard. Or actually, my bad, just Dark Charizard. Freaking amazing card. Then we got the Blaine's Charizard. Of course, all those Japanese goodnesses. It got 10s. We got the Lugia from Neo 1 or Neo Genesis, whichever you prefer to call it. That Gem 10 grade. I still don't know what SEP stands for. If any of you guys know what that stands for, let me know in the comments below. Because I thought this set was just called Shining Legends, so I don't know what SEP means. I have no idea. Whoops. Wow, I'm throwing cards, guys. I'm throwing cards. We got a first edition base set Pidgeot Gem Mint 10. Got the Poliwag Gem Mint 10. Got this Alakazam Mint 9 Shadowless. This card actually looked really good. About the only thing I found on it was just that spot of whiting down there at the bottom. Centering is off a little bit top to bottom. I don't know if, I mean, it looks like that could possibly get a 10. It's kind of hard to say since, you know, I can't really measure other than using just my eyes for the ratios for the borders. So it's kind of difficult. There's a couple like really slight scratches in there, like down by his leg, you see there. Very, very good looking conditioned card though, indeed. Also got the Ninetales Shadowless, got a 9 as well. As you can see here, it looks like I just ran out of focus, there we go. The back of this card is just immaculate. So I really do feel like this one shouldn't need a regrading. The centering on it is just a little bit better than the Alakazam. So, really have high hopes for this card here. Got a Vileplume Mint 9 This card looks better than the Scythers that I graded 10, so I don't really know why. I mean, I know the centering's a little off top to bottom. It must be off by like 2% or something just ridiculous. I got the Pinsir, got that mint 9. A Dark Blastoise first edition from Team Rocket, just an awesome card. As you've seen there, that was my second one I graded as a 9. Got the Mew Holo, just a gorgeous promo card. I really felt like this card had a really strong chance at a 10, but they still deemed it a 9. Back of the card looks pretty good. So PSA is just, sometimes you get some people that are just really harsh with their card grades, and you just, you know, it is what it is. I mean, if you deem that their card is, you know, graded incorrectly, then I'd just send it back in or crack it open. I crack open cards from the cases, and the reason why is because I don't want to spend $17 to send it in the case to have it regraded. I would rather just send it in as bulk for $8 a piece for 50 cards with a membership, of course. We got the Nidorina, got that Jungle 10, got that Lickitung Gem Mint 10. And of course, you know, like most times, I always grade 10s on my non-holos because I only send the best of the best. Got this beautiful Raikou. That's an awesome card. Here's another good one. I think from here out, every single one of these cards are going to be personal collection cards. So we got the Dark Alakazam. I'm highly thinking about starting to collect the Team Rocket set. I'm not going to really like jump on it right now. Like, I'm not going to buy the cards from the sets, but whatever I grade, I'll just keep if it gets 10s. So got a Magneton Legendary Collection reverse. Look at that. Just look at the explosion. I can't believe some of y'all don't like these cards. What is wrong with you people? Come on now. Just gorgeous cards. Ah, okay. So this is the Scyther that I'm keeping right here. Currently in possession of 3 Scythers in PSA 10 because I bought one not too long ago. So, whoops. Got a lot of Scythers. Got that Rapidash. So as you can see here, I'm just kind of trying to knock out the uncommons in PSA 10 for the jungle set. Well on my way for a PSA 10 set. I'm only missing 2 holos at the time, or at this moment. I'm missing most of the rares, and basically I'll be able to grade every single non-holo in a 10 myself, except for some of the rares, unfortunately. Here we got this beautiful Houndoom. It only came back in near mint to mint 8. It does have a little bit of wear on the back, like down here at the bottom. Can't really show it. It doesn't really show up so hot. There you go. Just a little bit of wear down there. So you can just see what an 8 looks like from this submission. I mean, this card really didn't look too bad. It was more like the front of the card that got it, because there was, I mean, you could see up here some scratches. I think that might just be on the case. Unfortunately, PSA's cases are not perfect, fresh from the factory. But yeah, there's definitely print lines in this card, but I mean, it's such a gorgeous card. Look at that. Look at that sparkle. Definitely keeping this, and you're mint to mint 8 or not. It is a very cool error card. It's one of my favorite holos, basically, of all time. So, just got to keep that. So next up, we got that Electrode Gem Mint 10. And so guys, keep in mind though too, this was my first time ever grading first edition Jungle 10s holo. So that's awesome. I mean, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm just now finally grading 10s of Jungle. So that's crazy. So you got the Aerodactyl Neo Revelation non-holo. Just been knocking those out little by little. Just been crushing those things though, which is good. I really like the rares from that set. They're just very unique and different. So we got the Shining Legends Celebi. These are cards I pulled out of the packs myself. Definitely going to be keeping these. I see that they came out with the English set. I might consider trying to get some of the packs and just keep them off to the side, you know, for later sales purposes. And opening purposes as well. I really do feel like this set might turn into something in the future. I guess it really does depend on how much of it that they print, though, too. There's not going to be an official release, it seems like. No booster boxes, just like the... I forgot what set. It's not Evolutions. It's the set that was... Crap. Generations. Just like the Generations set. It's got that Lugia. So I'm hoping that those sets, you know, raise up in value eventually. Hopefully they'll have a more scarce print. Probably not, though, with how good the Pokemon Company's been doing. It's more than likely just going to get printed to oblivion, just like everything else is being at this moment. So this is actually the last card here. We got this PSA 10, gorgeous first edition Umbreon. I bought this for $10 ungraded, so I was pretty happy about that. Cannot complain, especially since I just got the unlimited copy of it in a 10 as well. But you'll see that in a later video. Last but not least, you guys, so I had to show this off. I don't know how PSA did this, but they somehow gave me a BGS card in my return. I'm just kidding. That totally didn't happen. This is my buddy Browser Boys. So I should show this off. This is something that we're going to be sending in for a cross grade. There's a ton of scratches on the case, so we had a really hard time looking over the front for scratches and stuff. But it is just, as you can see there, it's all 9.5s, all straight across the board, which means usually you have a pretty strong chance at a 10. As far as I could tell, other than scratches on the case, this thing's got it looks like it's got a really clean front. It's got fantastic centering, of course, hence the 9.5 grade. Flipping it over so you guys could take a little look at the back here. As you can see, even with 9.5s, there will still be some issues. But they are very, very minuscule, hence why I got a 9.5 instead of a straight 10 on the edges and or corners. The corners are pretty good looking, though. As you can see here, the whole top side of the card looks pretty good. Hold it over here for you like that. I can't really get it to show well on camera, but there is, you can see how it's kind of got like that extra bit of card, kind of like how jungle cards do. He was freaking out about that. I'm like, there's nothing to worry about. That is so minuscule when cross grading. It should not affect the card at all. But it's a really good card, really good looking candidate. I mean, that's the only spot I could see is just that on that card, which is next to nothing. I mean, I've seen cards way, way worse than this get 10s. I know that they're harsh on first edition base and stuff like that, so they say. But this is a gorgeous card. I really do feel like it should get a 10. It looks just as good as mine, if not better. Probably even better, to be honest. So that says something to me. Anyways, I wish him luck. I'll be sending this in here probably within the next month. So stay tuned for more Pokemon goodness, more PSA returns and send-offs, and all that good stuff. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.